Hi, I'm Randall Bird. I'm standing here in my office at my home, and I'm going to make a series of videos from here for you. So I'm hoping that you'll join me for my videos as I put about 7 of them out for you in the next day or two. So this is a challenge actually that I've been asked to undertake. So I'd appreciate it if you'd actually share these videos with family, friends, whoever you'd like to. Spread it on. I'm going to enjoy doing the videos, and I'm going to ask you to do me a favor and just to pass them on to your friends if you enjoy them, or to your family, or whoever you want to. So I'm exposing myself to the world by asking you to do that. But here's what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about what I've been asked to talk about, and that is something that I can teach you about. Now, as I thought about it, there's a lot of things that I've done or things that I've been involved with, that kind of thing. So I actually grew up and I was a huge sports fanatic. I actually played soccer for about 16 years. Love soccer. I actually learned to play soccer in Dallas, Texas. I've actually done some coaching. So I thought maybe I could talk to you about soccer. And then I decided, no, not really. I don't want to talk to you about soccer. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll talk to you about business. I've been running my own businesses for about 10 years. I currently run about 3 different businesses. So I thought maybe I'll just talk to you about business. And I thought, well, maybe not. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll just talk to you about marriage. I've been married for almost 10 years, and I have a great wife, and I love her very much. So I thought maybe I'll just talk to you about marriage and what makes a relationship and marriage work. And I thought, maybe not. So I have a 4-year-old daughter who's about 4 years, a little over 4 years old, who I love dearly, who's the light of my life. I don't know where I'd be without my daughter. Honestly, I love her so much. So I thought maybe I'll just talk to you about parenting and how to be a good parent. And then I thought, maybe not. So then I thought, well, I don't know what I'll teach you. So what I determined is that I'll just share with you who I am. And maybe while I share who I am with you, we'll talk about parenting. We'll talk about being a husband. We'll talk about running your own business and being a business for yourself. Maybe we can talk some sports as well. I still love my Real Salt Lake team. I've been a huge fan of theirs ever since they came to Salt Lake. They were a dream come true. I was so excited to actually have a Major League Soccer team here. We had a team that was the lower division below that, and I was excited. I just remember that I was so excited if this lower league team won a game years ago, that there would be a Major League Soccer team coming here just to play them, and I was so excited about that. And then they ended up losing that game, and a Major League Soccer team didn't come here to play them. But better yet, about 5 years later, here comes Real Salt Lake. And I'm so excited to have them. They won the Major League Soccer Championship 2 years ago. And we've been faithful followers ever since they got here. I think my daughter thinks that she was born with Real soccer cleats on and a Real uniform on. She's a huge fan. She hasn't known anything but Real Salt Lake soccer. So I'm a huge soccer fan. I'm also a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, although the past few years have been kind of tough to be that way. My college team is BYU. Brigham Young University Cougars. Our basketball team right now is ranked number 9 in the country. Go Cougars. We're doing great. They're doing great. I don't really play on the court. Obviously, I'm a little short. A little bit more about that. I mean, I've always been short. I'm about 5'5", in case you're wondering, in case you're asking yourself how tall I am. I'm about 5'5", and I've always been short. Now, this was interesting. In high school, my best friend in high school was 6'7". So you can imagine 6'7" and 5'5". We looked very like the odd couple. And I remember a lot. I'm a huge music fan. I should also say that. We can talk about music as well, but I'm a huge music fan. I've seen about 600 concerts or so. A little over that. But I remember my 6'7" friend going to the concerts with me, and he'd be able to see above everybody else and be able to see the concert and see the stage and everything, and I'd be down here at 5'5", wondering what was going on. And he'd be like, hey, you're missing a great concert, time after time after time. So I've always had issues with my height as well. But I'm 5'5", take me or leave me. So where does that lead us? It leads us to that I just want to have the conversation about who you are and who I am. See, we put a lot of labels on ourselves. We put labels on ourselves like I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm the breadwinner in the home. I'm not the breadwinner in the home. I'm fat. I'm skinny. I'm rich. I'm poor. I'm happy. I'm sad. But really, we're really none of those. What we really are is what we truly are inside, and that's our soul. And so we have to first of all determine what our soul purpose is. And our soul purpose is, what I'm learning for me, is what's going to propel me forward in the future. And a lot of frustration in my life has been the fact that I haven't really determined exactly what that soul purpose is. A good friend of mine actually calls it your worthy ideal. Bob Proctor refers to worthy ideal as something that's greater than a goal. And I think he got that from, I don't remember exactly, I think maybe he got it from Napoleon Hill. But either way, a worthy ideal or your soul purpose is something that's going to propel you forward. And I think a lot of times we spend a lot of frustrating times because we're not following what we're truly meant to be doing. And for me, my true desire is to help people. I've got a lot of experience in the past with drugs and alcohol. I don't know that I was necessarily a complete addict, although some people probably argue that with my habits I probably was. But I can just tell you I spent a lot of time with climbing inside of the bottle and a lot of time being out of this world. And I had a huge smoking habit as well. And I've set all of that aside for the last 10 years. I'm not going to say break out of that. I'm not going to say anything like that, hopefully. I like to say I set that aside for the last 10 years. And it's something I set aside that I'm hopefully not going back to. And we'll talk about a theory that I call the box theory. A box, like something that you put something in, like a pair of shoes that you go to the shoe store and you buy a pair of shoes and they come in a box. So it's my box theory. We'll talk about that. So I just want to kind of introduce you to me. I live here in Salt Lake City, Utah right now. I run three businesses. An internet marketing company. I run a health and fitness company where we've got great health products. I've lost about 50 pounds over the last 6 months. I'm running a coaching and consulting company where I'm working with individuals on different things. And I've been doing coaching and consulting for about 10 years. I've coached on everything from business ownership to trading stocks and options, to mindset, to life development. So kind of the whole gamut of everything, your physical body, your mind, as well as about money and wealth development. I've actually coached in all three areas. So I love it. I love working with people. I love helping people change their lives. But the person whose life I have to change first is mine, and then I can help you. So I would ask you to please stay with me for the next 6 videos. We'll talk about things that I've enjoyed, maybe books that I've read, things about owning your own business and how fun or exciting that can be. We'll talk about music more. We'll talk about sports more. But I look forward to talking to you more. I'm Randall Bird, and one thing I do live by is vision, impact, results. Create a vision for your life. Determine really what you want your life to look like. And I know a lot of times, we talk about being rich, or we talk about being wealthy, or we talk about having everything. Truly create that vision for what you want. And then create the greatest impact you can, okay? You don't know whose life you can impact. And so sometimes it seems like we want to impact everybody's life, and then on the other hand, sometimes we feel like we can't impact anybody's life. But make the greatest impact you can, and you'll always be surprised how many lives you really can impact. Generate the results that you're looking for. We look at our bank account, we look in the mirror, and we see things sometimes that we don't like, maybe sometimes things that we're scared of, but generate the results that you want. So you need to create the vision that you want to have first. What is going to be your impact or your legacy that you're going to leave behind, and what are the results that you want in the future as well as now? So I look forward to talking to you again soon. I'm Randall Bird.